go home and get your fucking shine box.
Okay. Hi, everybody. On a Monday, welcome to the show, the great state of Georgia. How you is? What it was. Great to be with you. Fresh off the road from a very successful trip. One of the better ones in recent years. Tulsa. Oh, I want to thank you guys for coming out, both clubs. Tulsa, the Bricktown Comedy Club. So only about a year and a half old. And it's very great. It's a nice, what I call a meat and potatoes club that comics would appreciate. And they couldn't have treated me nicer and shit. And people came out. It's only like 10 degrees out, 10 degrees, and we got 180 people on a Thursday or something, which they were ecstatic about. You know, if I did a Friday, it would have been sold out. St. Louis the next night sold out. They added seats at the Funny Bone in St. Louis. God bless you, St. Louis people coming out. It really was fun. I know I do a lot of bitching and shit, and I'm still gonna, because I was on 6 different fucking planes to do 2 nights of comedy, okay? Because it happened that way. I had to connect on everything I touched, which is a fucking night for me. Got into it with a black staffer on which airline was that? Either Southwest or American. I can't remember, but anyways. We're waiting. I'm in 1A, the seat 1A, you know, and we've already the bridge thing pulled up, and I'm waiting for the door to open. The door opens, and the stewardess goes to me, you guys can go. So I start to walk out, and here comes a black girl who works for the airline, and she's got something in her hand that she's got to do. But instead of letting me go, step off the plane, I see her speed up. You know what I mean? So I try to go around her, and my bag hits her, like knocks her off balance. She's like, you got to chill. She's like, I got to open the door at the end anyway. I go, I know, it's not my first time fucking traveling. They treat you like it's your first time. I was trying to get out of her way, and I'm the fucking paying customer. Okay? Step aside. Fucking, do you train these fucking people? It's insane. I mean, I like hip checked her, not on purpose either. I almost fucking knocked her over, just trying to get out of the way, because she looked like, can't wait to have a confrontation with an old white guy. It's fucking, I can see it coming a mile away. I don't give a fuck. So fucking tired of it. Anyways, other than that, the gigs were killer fun. That's outside of St. Louis. You guys have seen when we do Bitch and Kitchen, there's an apron with blue writing on it. It's like an expensive canvas type. That was given to me by this woman the last year and a half ago when we were in St. Louis after the show, Jennifer, and she brought her and her husband. She's like a probation officer. I keep forgetting whether it's parole or probation. I can't remember. Anyways, they're watching right now going, motherfucker, we told you 8 times. But they were great. They came to the show. She hands me a bag. I go, it's something called a gooey butter cake. And it's just what it was. I'm drunk. I usually don't eat that type, but I got back to my room. I went at it like a little fucking Ethiopian kid who saw a grasshopper. I couldn't stop, and it was like addicting. It was only this deep in it, like a tinfoil pan. It was only about this deep, and it looked kind of yellow with like a chewy crust, barely a cake. And I'm just pulling it with my finger. It's sugar and butter. I don't know what it was. All I know, I had to have my foot removed last night at the hospital here in Savannah. She kept saying it, don't eat all, you're going to get fucking diabetes. She wasn't kidding. I'm not like a huge sugar guy, but when you're fucking, I inhaled half of it. That was insane. But thank you guys to hang out with them. That's in Tulsa, again, with a fake brick. I try to tell these guys. I don't know why you would want to make your clubs look like every other comedy club. And so that's a great club. I'm just saying, I would do a different backdrop. I mean, people have had, you know. Anyways, that's me. Somebody was trying to pull a knife out of my head. Somebody from the balcony tossed a fucking Bowie knife. And after I did a black joke. No, it was great. Both clubs great. Great weekend. Made a little bit of kashish, which never hurts. That's a long time, though, for me. Tuesday night, and I don't get home till Saturday, which is, I mean, when I was young, single, young comic, I'd do that without blinking. But, man, when you're, it's fucking, ew. I felt like I was out there for a month, which is silly. But, and then meet and greets after. Sure, you know, it was just great. These people are such diehard. My fans almost like a cult. I can see why it was never a commercial hit. But these fuckers would follow me through a fire. You get the, when you, after you shaking hands with them all and shit. And I had such a good time at both places on stage. Anyways, enough dick sucking. I guess we'll get right to it. I had other stuff, but I can't remember. The first story, Doge is like Ozempic for federal government. I thought of that when I was bleeding from my ass today in the toilet after doing Ozempic. I switched to Manjaro, by the way. I got the most stubborn. My weight doesn't budge. I could have cancer and I'd put on 5 pounds. It's fucking odd, man. President Trump praised Elon Musk for doing a great job heading the new department, government efficiency, otherwise known as the Doge, but said he should be even more aggressive. I'm living a wet dream here with these guys. Be more aggressive as he blasts through federal agencies to eliminate waste. Musk replied on X shortly after saying, "Will do, Mr. President." Elon Musk is like Trump's autistic son. Fucking rock star. Doge, which was created under the Trump administration, has fired tens of thousands of federal government workers and frozen billions in federal grants and foreign, and people are already starting to whine and shit. Even some Republicans. This is why we're destined to fail as a species. If we can't all agree this is fucking good, they just told you your money's being pissed away. Again, these are the politicians that have a problem with it. Obviously, all the left does. But some of the right, some of the fucking rhinos, because that's what Trump does. He's a litmus test, if you're with him or not, a constitutional litmus test, the way he governs. And, they're going to slow it down. Shut it. After what we were told, people aren't mad enough that we were lied to for I don't know how many years, and that your money was going to terrorist groups and shit. You should be fucking furious. Anyways, consistent with President's instructions, all federal employees will shortly receive an email that Elon's sending out requesting to understand what they got done last week. Musk wrote in a letter. In other words, what did you do last week? Or so like you get back when you're a kid in school and they go, what did you do this summer? You have to fucking beat up my sister. Learned to finger pop the neighbor. Anyways, failure to respond will be taken as a resignation. Oh, my God. I'm in love with these guys. That's called accountability where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? People are all whining today about it. So far, the department says it has saved around $55 billion. Right there, you should go, you know what? I'm not saying another bad thing about these guys. I don't care what side you're on. The fact that the left has the problems with it, what's that tell you? You're all about grift. You're fucking grifters and grafters and lifters and laughters. $55 billion, thanks to a combination of fraud detection / deletion, contract leases, cancellations, etc. So, they're trimming the fucking fat like he said he ran on it.
Y'all fat fuck, look at you.
The tech billionaire is aiming to slash $1 trillion. Now that sounds like a lot, but how many trillion are we in debt? 35 or more than that? Trillion. Slash $1 trillion, which is a lot, from the federal deficit, along with his team of 100 cost cutters. In its latest move, Doge teamed up with the United States Environmental Protection Agency to cut more than $67 million in grant money earmarked for former President Joe Biden's environmental justice agenda. Fucking idiot. Using the word justice when you're describing a fucking environmental plan. Remember fucking Pete Buttigieg? These Bridges are racist. Yeah. Why don't you fucking go home and lick your boyfriend's chest? I cleaned that up. Trump says he is considering a plan to cut a check to American taxpayers for 20% of the savings of Doge that it identifies. And it's like $5,000 to each family or whatever, and somebody on the left goes, what are you going to do with $5,000? Oh my God. When jerk off Joe, remember he offered $750 to the people in North Carolina or some shit? Are you fucking, they'll just agree with anything. If Trump said it's $40,000 to each family, they'd have a problem with it. You're sick. You're mentally ill. Oh, Nick, you're so biased. Shut the fuck up. I'm for the truth. I'm for the right thing. I'm for common sense. A federal judge in New York issued a preliminary injunction Friday preventing Doge from accessing the Treasury Department central payment system. The case was led by New York Attorney General, oh, there she is, racist pig face, Letitia James.
You fucking whore.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. Go home. Get my dinner ready.
And in other cases, however, judges have ruled against preventing Musk's team from accessing sensitive government databases. People going, fucking idiots on the left are going, he's going to have access to all our personal information. Hey, Dick Cheese, he invented PayPal. And not to mention X and everything else. He already has your information. You don't think he could? This guy backs rockets in. They come out of the sky backwards. You don't think he can find out your social security number? You are the stupidest motherfuckers alive. God help us. Tiny Tim. By the way, I'm reading I kind of missed the classics. I don't know how this happened in high school. I remember we did Merchant of Venice in 5th grade. Merchant of Venice. But me and my wife are Jeopardy freaks, and I'm going, what the fuck? She's getting all the book answers because she reads like a freak. And I go, that's it. That's what I asked for Christmas. I Know My Classics, it's called. It's a great book, 400 pages. It gives you a breakdown and a summary of each classic book, stuff about the author, and it's very good. Then I'm going to go read the actual books. Why are you doing that, Nick? I don't know. I'm just killing time till I die, which is about 17 years from now. That's all.
That's very specific.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. As Tony Soprano said, life's a series of distractions till you die. He goes, yeah, you lift weights, you go to Italy. Isn't that creepy? That's how he died in Italy. Let's move on, little girl.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Oh, says who? In our West Coast Stupid segment today, a trans athlete, are they still around? Had led San Francisco's Waldorf girls basketball team to a 9-8 record in a playoff meeting against Cornerstone Christian School. So you can get into the playoffs with a 9-8 record. One game over 500, you make the playoff. Welcome to the United States, where everybody gets a trophy. But in the trans athlete's absence, so they were winning all those 9 games with the guy who's actually saying he's a woman. With the trans athlete's absence, San Francisco lost to Cornerstone by 26 points, 56-30. Proving once again you need a twig and some berries. Whatever point. Strong power forward. No reason has been given for the athlete's absence. I'm guessing probably a heavy day, maybe. News that Cornerstone would play ignited national media coverage amid an ongoing conflict between the state of California, who thinks they can do whatever they want, and President Donald Trump's administration over the issues of trans inclusion in girls' sports. It's really simple. Nobody wants it. Again, it's an 80-20 issue. In other words, 80% of the people agree with Trump, 20 don't. And the Democrats always take the 20%, and they wonder why they get smoked. That's because you don't want what Americans want, because you're not really Americans. You want to change this place. Started with fucking Obama going, I'm going to fundamentally change this. You don't fundamentally change something that you like. Ask my wife with the marriage thing. Additionally, the California Interscholastic Federation, CIF, is under investigation by Trump's Department of Education and Office of Civil Rights as it continues to instruct schools to allow trans athletes to compete as women in defiance of the president's executive order. So Trump's like, are you not hearing what we're saying here?
Who's your fucking boss, huh? Who's your fucking boss?
Trump's executive order would cut federal funding for any institution that enables trans athletes to compete against girls and women. Speaking of that, I watched UFC, some good fights this weekend too. According to USA Facts, California public schools receive about $16.8 billion with a B per year, which is almost 14%, or 1 in every $7 of public school funding, which is well above the national average. We've been throwing money at education in this country for years. Once again, the left is on the wrong side. That was their answer to everything. Throw money at it, throw money at it. Meanwhile, we're watching grades and students' reading levels for the last 30 plummeting, meaning money's not the fucking answer. And then you have the balls to argue with Trump or Elon when they come up with a different idea. You're really retarded. I don't know what else to say. There was a clip this week. I don't know why I didn't put it on the show. Trump was somewhere speaking. It might have been CPAC or maybe the governor's thing when he meets all the governors. Anyways, he was speaking and talking about, was it this issue or was it immigration? I forget. I think it was this, about women and guys playing women's sports. And he said, most of us agree, well, he said, the governor from Maine here. Oh, that's right. Governor or senator? Susan Collins. Isn't she a senator? I don't know. She always goes against Trump, but I think she's Republican, I believe. So she goes, yeah, no, I'm going to do it what our federal law says. And Trump goes, I am the federal law. And she goes like this, real fucking glib, I'll see you in court. What a fucking twat. She's like this old shaky lady, by the way. He talks like that. So Trump goes, well, you're not going to get the federal funding. And then he ends it by going, she goes, well, I'll see you in court. He goes, yeah, I'll see you in court. That'll be an easy one. And then he goes, something about you're not going to be in politics much longer. He fucking gives her the old zing-zanger. Anyways, I think she's a Republican.
No, she's a Democrat.
Oh, is she really? All right, my bad. She's always pushing against anything Trump has to say, like all the fucking dumb lefties. Anyways, folks, I crossed St. Louis and Tulsa off the thing, and if you go to nickdip.com, you want to see where I'm appearing, click on the tour button. April 25th, Cohoes Music Hall, Cohoes, New York. We're moving Albuquerque. We're moving that one because we want to pair it up with another gig out west or whatever. April 25th, the Cohoes Music Hall, Cohoes, New York. Looking forward to that. And May 15th and 16th, one of my favorite clubs, Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois. If you want to support my show, get some of the merchandise that I have young Asian kids in my basement making. Silly hats and sweatshirts and Nick DiPaolo tampons and IUDs and all kinds of... We got the rubber nose and Nick DiPaolo glasses and fake shoulder blades. Not to mention hoodies. Anyhow, go to nickdip.com for all that baseball shirts. You can watch full episodes of my show, Lotto with the Crowder, and all exclusive Rumble content ad-free with one subscription. So join Rumble Premium and enter promo code MUGCLUB, one word, to get $10 off an annual subscription.
Hi, good night, everybody.